Japan has been on my bucket list for such a long time, and I'm glad that I got to go finally. I'm spending 9 days in Japan this time, and I went with two of my friends, one from Canada and one traveled with me from London. Meet Anu. You see Tinu later in the video. Come with me as I take you through the first 4 days that we spent in Japan, everything that we got up to, some of the tips and questions that people have asked me. I try to answer them in this vlog. First of all, is a 13-hour trip from London to Tokyo. We went to Tokyo first, and my first tip in this video is that if you want to go to Japan, you should plan early. Start planning early. I booked my flight in January so that I can get good rates, and I also went in June. And also, before you start your journey, check everything online that you need to do. This is when we had gotten through immigration. Immigration was pretty fast, and we used the public transport. You just have to get the Suica card on your Apple Wallet, or if you use an Android phone, buy the card at these machines before you cross into Japan. Public transport is super easy to navigate, very easy to use, so definitely recommend you use it. But if you're the type that likes a cab, for sure go for it. And one thing I joked about here throughout was that you can't actually jump into the train tracks because these barricades only open when the train is present. Another thing I would say is that you cannot apply for the Japan visa until 40 days before your arrival date. The visa was about £17 when I applied. You can get it. I think now they're increasing it to £70, but that's not confirmed. Another thing to note here is the time you arrive is really important. We landed at 8 a.m. so we landed right in the middle of rush hour, but nothing too difficult or crazy to manage. It was very easy to navigate the transport system. Once you have the Suica card and you have funded it from your Apple Pay, you just pass through the barricades to wherever you're going to, and it's easy for you to navigate. Another thing to note again is that I don't think there's much of a language barrier because there's someone who's actually speaking your language, but for extra caution, you can download Google Translate so you can take pictures of any sign in Japanese that you want to translate to English. Anyway, this is the first hotel we stayed in. It's called the Blossom Ibiya. Look out for my detailed hotel review video coming soon. We stayed in a total of, I think, 4 hotels in Japan because we went from Tokyo to Kyoto. We also went to Osaka for half a day. Just look forward to the video. This is the very first one. As you know, there's always going to be a visit to 7-Eleven. This ice cream, fantastic. The grapes, fantastic. We just kept coming back for more. The creme brulee as well was really good. This is Ginza. Think of it like the Oxford Street or maybe like a Kensington if you're in London. This place has all of the luxury stores that you know about. It also has a Uniqlo store that has 12 floors. Fantastic. Everything you've heard about Japan is really true when it comes to pricing, because I find that people come here to buy luxury stuff and they get it for a fraction of the price. Anything really, like there's a Zara store there, the price when you convert it to the GBP, of course you're going to be spending less than what you will spend if you're buying in London. Back to my tips for this trip. Book your flights early, get a Suica card before you enter into Japan. Try to fill the Japan web form because it makes immigration easier. If you notice at the beginning when we were going through immigration, we didn't spend a lot of time there because we had filled the Japan Suica web form, and so we just scanned it when we got there and went through immigration really fast. We decided to pay a stop at Onitsuka Tiger because everyone who goes to Japan is always raving about Onitsuka Tiger, but there was such a queue we had to leave. And I put that restaurant because it was such a easy find. But back to Onitsuka Tiger, they don't only sell shoes here, they also sell clothes, they also sell bags, etc. But the shoe is the popular thing. Enjoy. We decided to try on some shoes. I knew really wanted the yellow ones, but we didn't really like the way the shoe was made. The detailing is not that great, but don't take our word for it, or take it if you want. People were leaving the stores with 2 or 3 Onitsuka Tigers. But one thing I will say about that is that the pricing was half the price in the UK. Next up was Tokyo Skytree. We booked this on Klook. Another tip here is download the Klook app because you can see lower pricing for activities in Japan. We couldn't get the Shibuya Sky because that's the popular one that everyone goes to. So book your activities way in advance, months in advance. We booked this pretty late, and so we got Tokyo Skytree. To be honest, the views were pretty similar to what you would get if you had gone to Shibuya Sky. And one selling point of Shibuya Sky was, I think, the transparent glass. But anyway, I think we got the same thing with Tokyo Skytree. It's about 600 meters or higher than than that. You're going to see the description somewhere around in this video. But we went to Tokyo Skytree. It also has a lot of restaurants. It has a lot of places that you can visit while you're here. I think we did stop at the pharmacy for a few minutes where they sell drugstore products. They sell skincare, because skincare is everywhere you go to in Japan, just as you would imagine. But we got here pretty late. Our ticket was for, I think, 5:30, and we got here 7, but we were still able to enter. So don't give up if you get there late. When we arrived at our hotel initially, we got there 8:30 and check-in starts at 3, so you can leave your luggage, change your clothing, and then navigate the city. So we went back later to relax and came out back for our Tokyo Skytree appointment. They have 2 floors. There's one floor that has a rotating glass, and there's another floor where that one is, I think there's a 450-meter stop where you see all the views of Tokyo. This is the elevator, and it shows you the speed and how high you're going. I left this clip here because it was really interesting to view while we were going up. And then another thing here is that once you come out, there's some people who will stop you to take your pictures. They do tell you it is free, but if you want the physical copy, you pay about, I think, £14 for it. So it's your choice to make. But this is the skyline. Can you imagine? So beautiful. This was the picture I was talking about, and we got it for £14. You also have a QR code downloadable copy that you can download in 30 days. I don't know if this was a worthy buy, but up to you if you want a souvenir from Tokyo. By the way, we're still in Tokyo. We were able to stay here from the time where it was bright to when it was late, but I think that makes sense. When you're booking on Klook, they ask you if you want the daytime view, you want the sunset view, or you want the evening view, and nobody is forcing you about when you want to leave the place. There's no force about that, so we definitely try to enjoy ourselves while we're there. There's a lot of things to see. I think they had a telescope as well, if you want to view from a telescope. And then you could also go to the top floor. This is the floor I told you about, that it has a rotating glass, and there's also a rotating restaurant. And if you're into anime, definitely check this out, because there was a lot of anime showings throughout the place, and I think they had some souvenirs as well. But I think this is the anime paradise. Japan, Tokyo, people know Tokyo for anime, so definitely something worth checking out. And we really did enjoy this place. So if you don't want to go to Tokyo Skytree, you can definitely book ahead for Shibuya Sky. These tickets were also selling fast, so definitely check it out. By the time we were done, we decided to go check out skincare. There was a drugstore in the Tokyo Skytree as well. Remember I mentioned that it has a lot of stores or restaurants inbuilt there. And then we just got a few things, took a video of the Tokyo Skytree at night. We crossed over to another shop because we're trying to buy something. There are a lot of shops around. One thing about Japan that I really found really nice was how neat and organized Japan is. You see people waiting at the train station, and immediately they form a queue. There's nobody saying, oh, form a queue and stuff like that. It's super organized, it's super clean. There's, of course, ramen shops everywhere. And this innovation is one beautiful thing. You actually are able to visualize what the food is going to look like before you walk into the restaurant. And almost everything we had on this trip was 10 over 10, except for one restaurant, which I'm going to talk about later. But anyways, we walked into this place. They had a queue because you had to take turns. But one thing to note is that when we went there on the first day, it was really nice. But when we came back with our friend, not so much. Anyway, this was breakfast the next morning for us in the hotel. We decided to get breakfast in the hotel. I'm going to add that to my hotel review video, so look out for that. Second day to Gallivant in Tokyo.
Hello from Tokyo 2026.
Our hotel was close to an area called Shimbashi. I know when people talk about going to Tokyo, they say stay near the Tokyo station, stay because it's the Yokohama line and it goes to everywhere literally. But to be honest, just figure out where it is that you want to go to and try to book a hotel that is close to the train station, because every day we could walk to the train station and we found that really useful. When we got there, this was Shibuya, and we didn't realize we were by the popular Shibuya crossing, and so we were dancing and taking pictures. But we came back here and another day. This is us in Adidas Shibuya. When we were here, we noticed that there were some limited edition and sneakers and shoes, and it was really nice. And some of them had the logo saying it is exclusively made for Tokyo. You can't find it anywhere. I bought that pair of shoe. Anu bought some as well. And we really liked the experience at this Adidas Shibuya. Another tip to note is when it comes to duty free or tax free items, remember, or if you notice, when you go to Europe, you can cash out or you can get your tax refund at the airport. But in Tokyo, you actually get it at the desk when you're paying for it. Adidas Shibuya didn't offer a tax refund or tax free shopping, but in some stores, one I'm going to show you soon, what happens is that whatever you buy and you want tax-free item on, what they will do is that they're going to seal it up in a bag that you can't open until you leave Japan. If you open it, immigration is going to ask you questions. We came to Don Quijote. Everyone says come to Don Quijote. Kit Kat heaven, for real. Any flavor you can think about is present here. There's a lot of snacks, lots of biscuits, but I would leave a caveat here to say that this is a tourist trap. It has 7 floors. Really exhausted going through this building, but anything you want literally is in this store, except for Cosrx products, which is a Korean brand. But anything you want literally you can find in Don Quijote. And there's this popular law that if you leave Don Quijote, the song keeps playing in your eardrums. Actually it will, because it keeps saying donkey. But anyways, there was this apple making machine that I decided to try, and we decided to take a stroll around Shibuya at night. I think when we got in there, yes, it's another distinction here. There's some restaurants here that sell just drinks and meat, and there are proper restaurants, so definitely pay attention to that distinction, because the one we went to was really a drinks and meat restaurant, similar to what you find in Korean or Japanese movies, where you see people after work walking through the road and just drinking and eating meat. It's actually live. So if you're into Japanese movies, Korean movies, this is definitely a place for you to be. So we decided to go get some more skincare here. We're looking for Korean skincare, and we soon came to realize that they don't really stock Korean skincare in Japan, and they just have the trending products for Cosrx. And when we landed back in London, it wasn't what we expected. This Ferrari was having a ball. This is a popular ride. If you are the type that have a driver license, you can use this when you're in Japan. We didn't have, so we didn't participate. Day 3, we decided to check out of our hotel today. We moved to a different area. This is Kanda Station. Kanda Station for us was close to the hotel, and like I mentioned earlier, what is important for you, you don't have to stay in the popular areas, just be close to the activities that you want to go to. This was the second hotel, Mitsui Garden. It was quite difficult for us to find because it was hidden, but we soon found it and we were able to just check in. I'm also going to do a full review of that hotel to tell you whether you should or shouldn't stay here. At this point, we were expecting our friend that was flying in from Canada. She came in 2 days after, so we decided to rest a little bit before she landed, and you will see her here now. This is Tinu. Hey Tinu. So we decided to walk around in the evening. We're exploring Ginza at night. We wanted to see what the place looked like at night. We also wanted to grab dinner. So remember Ginza in the beginning that I showed you that had luxury stores? Look at how it lights up at night. I was so excited to see Bacha Coffee. If you go back to my Marrakesh video, you will see where I talked about Bacha Coffee, because we went there for an experience. So it was exciting to see them in Tokyo. This is Uniqlo the first day. Honestly, we did damage here because it is way cheaper than what you would spend if you're spending or buying stuff from Uniqlo in London, similar to what you would spend in Canada. The next day, I'm starting to lose count of the days, but I think this was day 4, and we went to Tsukiji Fish Market. So when you see pictures of Tsukiji Fish Market online, it's just like a place where you get different kinds of foods. You see a lot of fish stalls as well, but you see all these interesting snacks. I think that was cantaloupe. We had strawberry and a snack beneath it. It was really good. And then this grape, or I forget what it's called right now, but it was really nice and it was really tasty. We also had some crabs where they would just do the crab for you on the spot and you would eat it. It was also a rainy day. Yes, another thing to mention. People will say don't go to Japan in June because of how rainy it is. But I wouldn't say it was as rainy as it was that bad. It wasn't drenching downpours and stuff like that. You could actually navigate with umbrellas. Your hotel can provide you umbrellas, but when the 3 of us here didn't even have an umbrellas. We just stayed in the stalls when it was raining and then walk out. Yes, in Japan, you can't actually throw trash around. You can't actually easily find a trash can. You have to, if you have to trash something, you can only trash it in the store that you bought it from. By the way, this crab tasted so good, and this is what we were saying here.
Mashed up, mashed up.
How does it respond?
We continued our walk around the market, and remember what I told you about the beautiful display of what your food will look like before you actually go into the restaurant. I know people who come to Japan, they like to buy ceramics, knives. You can find some in Tsukiji Fish Market. We decided to buy this stuff. I didn't really like it, but and Anu enjoyed it, so we bought it. We had our fun here, and then we continued on our journey in Tsukiji Fish Market. A lot of people here, so if you are someone who doesn't like crowds, maybe skip Tsukiji Fish Market on your trip to Tokyo. But if you don't mind, for sure, definitely navigate or come to Tsukiji Fish Market. Like I mentioned, it was rainy. I decided to get matcha.
Hello,
I was really scared of trying actual matcha in Japan because I don't want it to knock me out because it does impact your iron levels. But matcha ice cream seems a bit safer, so I went for that. I liked it. It was really sweet. This was the next day, and we had a lot on our agenda for today, but we didn't expect the rain. So if you notice, we're using a lot of public transport and trains because first of all, the station is clean. It's easy to navigate the train system. You're not going to get lost, and you're spending way less on transport. I think if you use the Uber, it's going to be the same or a bit slightly higher, but we used it only on one night when we're tired of walking. But we decided to go check out this flea market. It was raining on this day as well, but if you look at the way the rain is, it's nothing that serious. A small umbrella could do, or you could just hide in the store. But what I noticed at this Tokyo flea market was it was just a lot of coach bags. So if that's what you're into, definitely check it out. We were on our merry way. We didn't find anything we wanted. We went back to our next stop, which is Meiji Shrine. And from Meiji Shrine, if you check the videos and the pictures of people who've been to Tokyo, they have lovely pictures from this place. But it was really rainy, and when we looked from the strand from the beginning of the Meiji Jingu, because you see the barricade here, that's the beginning of or the entrance of Meiji Shrine, it means you're going to take a long walk. We said nope, we just took a picture there and we left.
Say cheese. Take a picture. Nagogi.
So where we're going to Yoyogi. That was Yoyogi station. We decided to try food. This food was bad. Anyway, our next stop on this day was TeamLab Museum. There are two places that are there, like TeamLab Museum and TeamLab Planet. So definitely check it out. There is one, the TeamLab Planet has all of those. It has this different setup that has the nicer pictures, but TeamLab Borderless was the only one available by the time we booked. Another tip, book your activities early on. If not, you're going to lose out or miss out on the activities that you want to see in Tokyo, or you get them for a higher price. So once you decide that you're going to Tokyo, download the Klook app and start to look for activities that meet what you want to do. Or what kind of traveler are you? Are you an adventurer, or are you someone just want to go to fish markets? You just want to see different experiences? Definitely download the Klook app for that. But anyway, this was us inside the TeamLab Museum, just enjoying the lights. We did try our best to navigate. At some point we got tired and we just sat. Anyways, we decided to head out. It was me just walking through the train station. The floor is really clean. Everything you've heard. Literally one day we came out of our hotel and we were mopping the floor. Look out for the next video where I take you through what we did in Osaka and in Kyoto, and how we went from Tokyo to Kyoto and Osaka. There's still more tips coming in the next set of videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe and leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and come back to watch the next set of videos. Did you enjoy Japan through my eyes? What do you think? Leave a comment. See you. Bye.